I had another thought come to me, so I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with you guys. I like to share. Sharing is caring. I was just watching this video and it came to me because it's talking about you have a lot of people in your past that they don't believe it. They think you're faking it. They think this, they think that. They just don't understand you, and I could see that. I could see a lot of people in my past a little fluffered. I'm different. I'm very different. I finally came into myself at the age of 40. I figured out who I am, what I stand on, and I understand myself. I understand myself. I understand what makes me tick. I understand what I like, what I don't like, what I stand on, what I don't stand on. I'm finally at a place in that. And so it's not me personally. I don't believe we're put on this earth so other people can understand us. I think we're put on this earth so we can learn to understand ourselves. I think that's the design. I think that was God's design for all of us. But for some reason, it's been adopted in our little minds that, well, it's not a matter of understanding yourself. It's a matter of fitting in and conforming and receiving approval from others. And that's what they want you to think. And I'm like, no, I beg to differ. No, I don't think so. Because your purpose is internal. It's not external. A unique wiring, a specific assignment, an internal compass meant only for you. Everybody's internal compass is meant for them. What makes you operate? What makes you tick? What you like? What your hobbies are? What your morals are? What your values are? What your ethics are? All of these things, those are adopted to you. To you. Right? Just like mine are adopted to me. To me. And so I'm at a place in my life where I know what I stand on, and I stand on it. I stand on it 10 toes down. 10 toes down. I'll hold the line. And if people choose to misunderstand me, then that is a them problem. That is a them problem. I don't know why they're so stressed about me. I ain't stressing about them. You know what I mean? People get so stressed out about the wrong things. I don't know. Other people were never given your blueprint. My blueprint looks different than your blueprint. Everybody's blueprint is different. When you understand yourself, you stop living for approval. Most suffering comes from wanting people to get us, wanting them to agree with us, and wanting them to confirm what we already knew deep down inside. And that's the thing. A lot of the times we are suffering because we are giving other people space of giving that validation, of understanding you, wanting to agree with you, wanting to tell you that you're right for whatever it is you feel or think. And it's like, I don't need somebody to tell me I'm right for what I feel and think. I already know I'm right because I'm right for myself. I'm right for myself. Nobody else needs to tell me that. Just like I don't need to tell anybody else that. I can support, I can encourage, I can love with humility and grace and accept them for who they are. And I choose to operate in that. But it's not my job. It's not my job to understand people. Just like it's not their job to understand me. And I think we all need to get to a place. Identify your patterns, face your shadows, heal your own wounds, refine your character, grow your spirit, expand your capacity. You go in, you do the work, and you go in and you look at these things within yourself. A lot of people don't like sitting with themselves. They don't like sitting in their own thoughts. They don't like sitting in their own feelings. And I love it. I love it. I have such a good time with myself. I do. People can only see you from their level of healing. That's true. People can only see you from their level of healing. Through their wounds, through their fears, through their insecurities and their experiences. That's so true. I literally just made a video about that in reference to insecure people hurting people. They can only view you through how far they've come in their evolution. And a lot of people haven't come that far. A lot of people haven't. Because a lot of people just don't want to face their shadow. They don't want to go in and be like, dang, I'm not really that great of a person. You know what? I don't think the greatest about a lot of things and a lot of people. You know, I pour out a lot of negative energy into this world. I'm a part of some really not favorable activities to gain money, to gain clout. I'm a part of XYZs, and it's really not the best thing for me, but I choose to do it anyway. And see, these are the things that they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. And so I'm not going to understand that. And so I choose not to worry my mind with those things. And so I hope this video resonated, and I hope that I can help people inspire to learn to understand themselves and quit worrying about what the world thinks of you and if you're understood or misunderstood. We're this beautiful life we are given. We all deserve to walk in our day-to-day and be happy and be joyful and be blissful and, just be authentically who we are, good, bad, and ugly. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I've got flaws and all. Loud and clear. Just ask the whole world. They're going to narrate it and come up with so many different ones. Some true, some not true. You know what I mean? But I love who I am. I love everything about me. And I love my heart. I'm so in love with my heart. I have a good heart. I have a good heart. And I'm so blessed by the grace of God that He has allowed me to keep my heart fully intact and help me put it back together with all the betrayal and all the hurt that I have been through. And for me to still carry my inner childlike nature, I love every bit of it. It's good enough for me. I'd be happy to go into the ground tomorrow. Like one of my customers said, golly, we're going to miss our own funeral. I was like, baby, you ain't going to miss your own funeral. You're not going to do that. I mean, you're not. Your funeral will happen when your funeral is supposed to happen. I know it's a saying, and it was coming from a funny place. People define you, systems mold you, insecurity controls you, others' opinions become your prison. Exactly. Other people's opinions become your prison. It used to be my prison. Carrying everybody's manipulation, their projection, and their deflections, it was my prison. It was literally my mental prison. Literally. And I was like, no. No way, Jose. God's like, nope. And so we're just going to walk this thing out. That's fine. I know it's deep. I know it's super embedded. I know I got a big hit on my head. I know I got a lot of people involved. I do indeed. I know that. And I don't mind it at this point. I really don't. It is what it is. God has a plan for us all. And this was a part of my plan. And everybody plays their part in whatever they play in it. They just do. And so I love you guys. Sweet dreams.